What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Pete's Corner. Damn, it got cut off fast.
Man,
What the hell?
Our producer ain't fucking with us.
Damn, I guess we in a rush today. But welcome to Pete's Corner. I'm your host, Peter Soprano, aka the Sports Guy.
Such a tease, man.
To my right, D Money Drizzy
What's going
Dre.
on, people?
And we are live from Bogies in Clifton, New Jersey. Come down, have your food, have some drinks. Great
Trivia night
place.
tonight, too.
Trivia night on Wednesday, so come down here and have some fun. We have both been having really good weeks with football for the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
The past 2 weeks, since we were picking, yo, really? Really?
I was just testing it.
Just touch
All right,
Just trying to do it for Pete.
the last 2 weeks that we've actually been over 500 for
Right.
both weeks, both of us.
Right,
so
right.
So if you guys have been following our bets and you've been placing the same bets with us, you have to be up.
And
So
Pete, I'm actually glad we implemented this because, unfortunately, even though our picks kind of ended on prime time and your prime time streak ended,
Yeah.
you've been very well over 500,
Yeah.
as well as myself. And again, guys, this was designed so that you guys could pick the games that you want. And hopefully you guys been listening because we've been making a lot of good picks, underdog picks too, as far as, not just, covering with the spread, but just winning outright. So
yeah, and I know I've hit probably about 3 out of the last 4 the last 5 money line underdogs. So
God.
it's starting to get into hot season. And with that said, the playoff season in college football is about to start. It's about to be bowl season. There's one more game in the regular season for the Division 1A. That's going to be Army versus Navy. We'll talk about that in a second. But with the bowl weeks coming up, as we get closer to bowl games, we're going to be picking all the bowl games for you. We're going to get you all those picks. But those aren't going to start for a while. So with
Right.
one game left to go, we've got Navy minus 10, some places 10.5 versus Army. What do you have for it, Dre?
I like Navy to win this game, and I like them to cover the spread. I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna be a little bit over the spread. I think they'll win between 14 to 16 points. I like the way they've been playing all season long. Army, again, they're an up and down team. I can't trust them at all.
Yeah, at all.
And to be honest with you, yeah, I really do like the 10.5. Even if it were to go to 11.5, I'll say still take it. It shouldn't go up that much, but I really do like the spread. I'll take Navy all day, minus 10.5.
Well, if you're going to go by streaks in this series between them, because, listen, this is all about pride. A lot of these players won't go to the NFL, and this is just about heart and pride.
Right.
Representing your team, representing the country. That's
Means
what
a lot
it's
to
about.
people.
Exactly.
These
It's
huge
supposed to. And that's why that we have to show our respect by picking this game.
Absolutely.
And with that said, Army has won the last 4 games against Navy.
It's crazy.
So they've been pretty good against them. However, as you said, Army hasn't been good this year.
they have not been.
Navy has actually been really good. Their only 2 losses this year were a close game earlier this year and then a Notre Dame game.
Right.
And the close game earlier was against Memphis, a
Right.
3-point loss. And
Exactly.
and Memphis ended up they're going to be in a New Year's Day 6 bowl. They
Right.
end up finishing the top 15. So they've only lost to 2 ranked teams. The rest of the teams they've blown out. 6 out of their 9 wins this year have been by 15 points or more. So with it being 10.5, with this playing against a team that I think is much inferior to them on the football field, I have to say I think Navy is going to win this game. I think actually by about 20 points.
Okay, wow.
So
There you go.
I'm very confident picking Navy this week. And by the way, we're not picking a best, second best, and underdog this week because it's a short amount of picks.
It's a light week.
College football is gone on for the next couple weeks until the bowl games
You better
start.
believe we're going to come back at you on Sunday with all the 16
games again.
games. And don't worry, we're not done yet. We still got some more to go, though. But again, just stay tuned for Sunday because we're going to have all the picks. And again, guys, me and Pete been hot lately. So again, just hop on this wave, hop on the ride, make a lot of money. We got a lot of big games coming up Sunday, which we'll talk about later on.
All right. So once again, with that Navy, I got Navy, you got Navy. Let's go to keep it in the football area and go to the Thursday night football game. New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. The line started out at 14.5. It's moved to about 15.5. So whether you got into 14.5, 15.5
Yeah, we got them
range.
at 15. Baltimore at home.
And just to give you some notice, Lamar Jackson has been cleared. He will be playing despite the injury, little quad injury from last week, but he will be playing, and they said he's definitely playing. So with that said, what do you have for this game?
I mean, look, guys, I'm not touching the Jets with a 10-foot pole. I'm not even getting close to the Jets. They struggled last week against a stingy Miami team that's surprisingly been playing. I'm not gonna say well, but they've been in it.
They've been playing hard.
They've been playing hard, and sometimes you gotta appreciate that. And they got lucky to win that game. But with that being said, Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion, he's top 3, top 2 team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And right now they're fighting for that number 1 seed in the AFC. I don't expect them to take their foot off the pedal at this point. I think they're rolling this game. they win by 20 or more, and to throw a bonus pick in there, I'll take the over 45. I expect Baltimore to put up 30-something points, possibly even close to 40. I expect them to roll big time in this game. Again, short week. Usually the home team always dogs the team visiting, and again, we're talking about the Jets, and I expect the Jets probably to put up some garbage time points towards the end. So I like the over as well. That's my bonus pick.
So in this game, I originally, when the line first came out, 14.5. I'm like, it's late in the season.
It's a lot of points.
We've seen a lot of points go down in the past couple of weeks, specifically because we've seen a lot of 9, 10, 11-point spreads, and I would say probably 3/4 of them weren't covered. So initially, I was really going to go out here and pick the Jets. Plus, we know Thursday Night Football, the underdog has been having the advantage this year. But I just can't do it. I have to go with Baltimore. I think they will win this game by also around 20 points.
I was scared, man. I thought you were gonna go with the Jets for a second.
I just can't. Listen,
they bit you in the ass, and they bit me in the ass this season too a couple of times. So
they bit me twice against Miami. Against
I
Miami.
know that's tough, man.
Listen, if I can't pick them, if they're gonna win that game, they win that game. Cheers to them. Good. There's no way I don't see them covering that spread. So I'm going with Baltimore big time. I think they'll win that game by 20
believe
points.
it or not, guys, this is a big game for Baltimore. Like I said, they're looking for that home field advantage in the playoffs. Again, there's still 2-3 more weeks to go in football. And again, unless this is week 17 where they don't got to put their starters in, the starters are going to play, and they're looking to win games, and they're not going to let their foot off the pedal.
Yeah, because Baltimore's playing for that number 1 seed. They want to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They don't want to have to go to
And that's huge. They don't want to
New
go to
England. They don't want to go to
Kansas City or whatever.
Yeah, any of those places, they don't want to go. They want to stay at home in their home confines, and they want to hear their loud crowd. So they're going to be putting the pedal to the metal, and they want it. I expect them to actually get out to like a 30-point lead. This could be like a 35-10 or 35-3 type, and then maybe they score it again.
Honestly, this could be easily, because we've seen it before. We've seen Baltimore blow out shitty teams like Miami.
Yes.
I forgot there's another team that they blew out really bad where they themselves put up 40 points.
Yeah.
This might be one of those games. Who was that last game? I gotta look it up real quick.
Well, they blew out in New England.
No, but they blew out another team where they ended up putting RG3 in the last second.
New England.
Was it
They
New
had,
England?
they had, I think it was, they had RG3 in the
The
last
Rams
couple seconds of
game. The Rams game.
Rams
Look, and they're
too.
not even that bad. Look, the Rams are. I mean, they just beat Seattle. Guys, take take Baltimore all day. I agree with P. He agrees with me. This is easy money, guys. We're begging you to take this pick. Honestly, this is like free money.
All right, so we both agree for the first 2 picks. Now let's go on to another sport. Big boxing fight weekend, but I don't want to talk about the main event. Everybody knows Terrence Crawford's going to win this week against a machine.
Some good fights too.
Against a guy that people can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try. So Terrence Crawford should win that easily. That's not even worth betting. He's like minus 2,000 or 3,000 or whatever, so it's not even worth it.
Not happening.
What I'm going to bring it to is the co-main event. Richard Comey versus Teofimo Lopez. This is going to be probably the fight of the night. This is going to be the most even fight of the night. How do you see it going?
This is honestly, I expect this fight. This is hard. I expect Lopez, to become a world champion. This is a
22
fight.
years old. New York kid.
That's the only
Brooklyn.
thing. That's the only thing I don't like. I mean, this is his first. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this his first championship
Yes.
fight? Yes. So again, I expect him to do well in these type of situations. But again, there's always that but what if factor. I do think he's going to win the fight. It's going to be a close fight. I think this is going to go to the scorecards, and I expect him to take the W via split decision. This is going to be a close fight, I think, in my opinion.
Well, don't forget that not only is this I expect to be a close fight, but he's at home. Like he's energized. This is going to be his Christmas present if he can win this fight.
Absolutely. Again, you guys, and and the way as far as betting works in boxing. Again, depending.
You usually get shit odds.
Shit odds, but again, if you know how to take it. I mean, I think it's gonna go over. I think it's gonna go to decision. If you could take Lopez like on points, see what the odds are on that. You gotta play with it. It's a little weird, like P says. Sometimes it's shit odds. Because right now, I believe Lopez is the favorite, minus 1-2 something, right?
Yeah, he's minus 1 something. As the favorite.
But if you could take Lopez on points or
140.
something, it'll be like plus something. I will look in that range. But I personally think it's going to the scorecards. I got Lopez winning a close for some reason. I mean, you never know with judges. I have Lopez winning a split decision fight. Very good fight.
So with that said, this is actually going to be one of those games where
Well, hold
I mean,
on.
one of
Hold on. Did you give your pick?
No, I'm gonna give it now.
Okay.
I've said games.
Yeah, okay, you threw me off.
I'm at fights. I think this is gonna be one of those fights. Yeah, now our producer's upset. This is one of those fights where I'm actually gonna go with
Where's
the
the
upset
boost?
because
Ooh.
I think Comey's gonna win this fight.
Ooh.
Comey's actually ranked higher than Teofimo by most parts. But he's the older guy. He's 32 years old, and they think the young guy is ready for him to take over. I don't think he's ready to let him take over yet. He's never been knocked out. He's one of those guys that he also trains around New York. He trains in the area. He's a tough fighter. I think he's from Ghana. Listen, it's going to be really tough to knock him out. And Teofimo, that's what he does. He tries to knock people out.
The crowd doesn't like that, man.
I don't care what the crowd likes. I don't care what the crowd likes. Keep booing me. I don't care. But I think, listen, right now, to win that fight, he's at plus 180 to win it outright. And if you go by knockout, which I think he's actually going to have the fight stop.
Ooh.
So I think he's going to stop the young kid.
Damn.
So at plus 400 odds, that's what I'll be betting.
Guys,
So I will be
money
betting
right
him.
there.
Plus 400, I'll be betting Comey by stoppage.
Okay, listen. You know what? I can't argue with you on that one because, like I said, this is a close fight, and in boxing, anything can happen. This isn't football where no, this is boxing. One punch can end all, and
And both of them are knockout artists too.
exactly. So I'm not gonna sit here and call Pete crazy for that. Again, plus 400 odds on that. Shit, guys. If you want to throw some money on that, shit, I might do that too. But again, you gotta look at the odds and play with them. Like I said, betting in boxing is a little weird though. But shit. Again, that's a very bold statement. And if there's anybody that I'll take, that their opinion weighs super heavy when it comes to boxing is this man right here. So
Listen, Lopez is 14-0, 11 KOs. Comey is 29-0, 26 KOs.
Sheesh.
So they've combined for 43 fights.
God,
And out of those 43 fights, only 6 times has somebody not been stopped. Out of
insane.
43.
That's insane.
So I expect this fight to get stopped. And I'm going to jump you here, and before you get to your fourth pick and final pick, my fourth pick and final pick is actually that this will be done in under 10.5 rounds.
that's a good odd too.
Because of that, because these, like I said, these are 2 knockout fighters. If you do under 10.5, you'll get plus 180 odds. So I'm gonna go with not only Comey to pull the upset, but I'm also gonna go under 10.5 rounds.
Nice. There you go, guys. So moving on to my next pick and last pick of the evening. So we're looking at NBA for tonight. Unfortunately, and that's our and that's one of the guys from Two Dudes and the Mexicans just being a hater.
Hey, how was it last week, though? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, you had a bad week. The week before, you had a bad week with picks.
You had a bad
last
week.
Wednesday.
What?
Last Wednesday, yeah.
Hey, listen, guys. You want to make some money? Tune into my NFL picks. But I'm looking at tonight's game. We got the New Orleans Pelicans at Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are minus 10 at home. I don't know who's going to cover the spread, but I'm looking at the total in this one. I'm looking at 232.5. Both teams could put up a lot of points. Milwaukee could put up a lot of points, and I know that 232.5 is typically high in the NBA, and people usually tend to go towards the under when it comes to this type of total. But I actually like the over in this one. This game has, I can see Milwaukee hitting like the 120s, and I do expect Pelicans to put up some points as well. So I'm going with the over in this one. That's tonight, by the way. Not a 9:30 game, so hopefully you guys could place your bets in early.
Game again?
The New Orleans Pelicans at Milwaukee Bucks tonight.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed is going over.
The next game, Knicks will lose. Guaranteed.
They're playing against Golden State. Golden State's pretty bad this
They're
year.
both bad.
Golden State's
It's by
trying
the end
to
of the tie.
Golden State.
The first time in
Yes,
the history.
this game.
I looked at that game. I was like, I can't even pick this game.
Listen, this game's gonna end 11-8, and that's how shitty this game's gonna be.
Hey, but with that said, we are moving on to Sunday. We'll catch you guys next week. A little bit later in the week, actually, from BJ's.
Stay tuned for Two Dudes in the Mex.
We'll give you all the Sunday picks. Stay tuned for 2 Dudes in the Mex. Once again, we'll catch you next Wednesday also after BJ's. Once again from Bogies here in Clifton, New Jersey. Peace out, everybody.
People.
Peace out, everybody. Go ahead.